Hello! Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm sharing something that has completely thrown me for a loop. My mom wants me to help her plan her divorce party. If you're wondering how I'm feeling about it, well, that's a complicated question. On one hand, I totally get that divorce is a huge life change, and my mom wants to embrace it in a way that feels empowering and even fun. But on the other hand, it's my mom. And divorce parties just weren't something I thought I'd ever have to be involved in. In this video, I'll be talking about the whirlwind of emotions I'm experiencing, the cultural context of divorce parties, how I'm trying to navigate this situation, and what my mom's really asking of me. It's a funny, awkward, and surprisingly emotional journey that I never saw coming. Come along for the ride as I figure out how to handle this strange request, and let me know what you would do if you were in my shoes. Let's dive in. Okay, so let's talk about something that has completely caught me off guard lately. It's one of those situations that feels so bizarre, so surreal, that I almost had to ask myself, am I really having this conversation with my mom? Here's the deal. My mom wants me to help her plan her divorce party. Yes, you heard that right, a divorce party. And no, it's not a joke. This is very real, and it's happening. Now, if you're anything like me, you're probably wondering, how in the world does a divorce party even work? What goes into that? And how do I feel about being part of it? So first of all, let's take a second to unpack this whole concept of a divorce party. For those of you who might not know, divorce parties have been a thing for a while now. They've become a way for people to mark the end of a chapter in their lives and celebrate their newfound freedom. Think about it like a reverse wedding, a way to say goodbye to something that wasn't working and embrace a new beginning. It's like this moment of personal empowerment, a statement that no matter how messy the situation was, you're moving forward. But here's the thing. My mom, the woman who raised me, the person I've always turned to for advice, wants me to help her plan this. And as much as I get it from a theoretical standpoint, emotionally, I'm struggling to wrap my head around it. I'm not gonna lie, it's a little, weird. I've always seen my mom as the rock of our family, and even though she's been through a lot, I never thought of her in this new light, as someone who's navigating the world of singlehood and life after a marriage. So, when she brought this up, it really threw me for a loop. At first I thought she was kidding. I mean, who goes from talking about life after divorce to asking their kid for help planning a party? But nope, she was serious. And she was excited. Honestly, it was a bit overwhelming. I didn't know how to feel, and I still don't entirely know how to feel. On the one hand, I do understand that my mom has been through a lot over the years. Her marriage was complicated, and while I won't get into the details, it's been clear for a while that things weren't working. So, in a way, this divorce is a long time coming. It's not like this came out of nowhere. But still, planning a party to celebrate the end of a marriage feels strange, especially when it's my mom we're talking about. And I guess that's the hardest part for me. It's my mom. I grew up seeing her in this very particular role, and now suddenly she's a woman starting over, and it feels like I'm being asked to step into a different dynamic with her. It's not just that she's going through a major life change, it's that now I'm supposed to be there to help her celebrate it. It's like trying to reconcile the mom who's always been the caretaker, the one who I look to for wisdom and comfort, with this new, empowered version of her who's ready to break free and start something new. And as much as I want to support her, I'm struggling with what that looks like. So, what does it even mean to plan a divorce party, and how do you go about that? Well, apparently there are no hard and fast rules for these things, but I'm quickly learning that people throw them for all kinds of reasons. Some people see it as a way to laugh off the awkwardness and celebrate their independence, while others want to create a sense of closure or even reclaim their happiness. It's a personal choice, and there's a wide range of emotions tied up in it. For my mom, it's about feeling free and empowered after years of feeling stuck in a relationship that didn't work for her anymore. It's about showing that she's strong and capable and can make it through difficult times with a sense of humor and grace. But honestly, the thought of it still makes me uncomfortable. It's not that I don't want my mom to be happy, of course I do, but the idea of a party surrounding something so serious feels off. It's almost like a weird juxtaposition of joy and sadness. How do you celebrate the end of something that once held so much meaning? How do you balance the excitement of a fresh start with the recognition that this was still a major part of her life? It's hard for me to process, and I'm sure my mom feels the same way. I think for her, this party is a way to turn the page and say, I'm okay. But for me, it feels like an emotional landmine. At the end of the day, though, I think it's important to remember that this is my mom's journey, not mine. She's the one who's been through the pain and the heartbreak. She's the one who's looking for a way to move forward. And even though it might be uncomfortable for me, it's not really about how I feel. It's about being there for her in a way that makes sense for her. So, even though I still don't totally know how to feel about helping her plan a divorce party, I'm doing my best to support her. I think that's what's most important, even if it's a little outside my comfort zone. And hey, I'm also kind of curious about how this whole thing is going to turn out. Is it going to be a wild, crazy event with tons of people and a DJ? Or will it be a quiet gathering with close friends where we share memories and laugh about the good times? I don't know, but I guess that's part of the weirdness. I'm not even sure what kind of party this is supposed to be, let alone how to help plan it. Anyway, I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. Have you ever had to help someone plan something that felt a little off limits, or just way out of your comfort zone? How did you handle it? What would you do if you were in my shoes? Leave your comments below and let's talk about it. And, as always, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more updates. Thanks for listening to my weird, emotional rant. I'm sure I'll have more thoughts on this as the planning process continues. Talk soon.